Why you can't stop procrastinating. It's not laziness. The guilt of the undone. That feeling, you know it, don't you? The gnawing guilt of the undone. The internal battle between what you know you should do and what you actually do. You tell yourself, I'm just lazy. You beat yourself up, promising that tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow often brings the same cycle. The overwhelming task, the desperate search for distraction, and that familiar heavy weight of self-reproach. For too long, procrastination has been labeled as a character flaw, a sign of weakness, or simply laziness. But what if that's not the full story? What if the very act of calling yourself lazy is part of the problem? What if understanding the real reasons behind your procrastination is the key to finally breaking free? Unmasking the real enemy. In this video, we're going to unmask the true culprits behind procrastination. It's not about laziness. It's about understanding the complex psychological and neurological mechanisms at play in your brain. We'll dive deep into the hidden fears, the subtle traps, and the surprising ways your mind tries to protect you, often at the cost of your progress. More importantly, we'll equip you with practical, evidence-based strategies to disarm these internal saboteurs, allowing you to finally break free from the cycle of delay and step into a life of consistent action and limitless flow. This is your journey to understanding, self-compassion, and unstoppable momentum. Welcome to Limitless Mind Flow Channel, where we empower you to unlock your full potential and master your inner world. If you're ready to transform your mindset, boost your productivity, and live a life of true freedom, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our powerful insights. Now, let's dive into today's crucial topic: the hidden roots of procrastination. The first culprit, emotional regulation, the pain avoidance loop. Let's start with the most common hidden root. Procrastination is often an emotional regulation strategy. Yes, you heard that right. When faced with a task that triggers negative emotions, anxiety, fear of failure, boredom, frustration, or even the discomfort of uncertainty, your brain, in its infinite wisdom, seeks immediate relief. And what's the quickest way to get relief? Distraction. We escape the unpleasant feeling by doing something else, anything else, that provides instant gratification. Think about Sarah, a college student facing a daunting research paper. The thought of starting fills her with anxiety. What if I can't find enough sources? What if my ideas aren't good enough? What if I get a bad grade? Instead of confronting that anxiety, she finds herself endlessly scrolling through TikTok, binge-watching a show, or reorganizing her entire room. She's not lazy. She's avoiding the feeling of anxiety associated with the task. The temporary relief she gets from distraction acts as a reward, reinforcing the procrastination loop. Her brain learns task equals bad feeling, distraction equals good feeling. This isn't a conscious decision to be unproductive. It's a subconscious attempt to manage uncomfortable emotions. This means the key isn't to force yourself to work through the pain, but to address the emotions first. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. Is it anxiety, boredom, overwhelm? Once you name it, you can begin to disarm it. This shifts your focus from "I must do this task" to "How can I manage this uncomfortable feeling so I can approach this task?" If this perspective on procrastination is new to you, hit the like button and let me know in the comments if you've ever felt this pain avoidance loop in your own life. The second culprit, lack of clarity and overwhelm. The mountain too high. Our second hidden culprit is a lack of clarity and sheer overwhelm. Sometimes we procrastinate not because we're unwilling, but because the task feels like an insurmountable mountain. We see the entire project, the entire goal, and our brain simply shuts down. The path isn't clear, and without a clear first step, we remain paralyzed. Think of Mark, a freelance web designer. He landed a huge new client, a dream project. But when he looked at the sheer scope, dozens of pages, complex integrations, multiple revisions, he felt a wave of dread. He spent days preparing, reading articles, watching tutorials, but never actually starting the design. He wasn't lazy, he was overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task. He didn't know where to begin. This is a common experience for many high achievers. Our brains are not designed to tackle massive, undefined problems all at once. They prefer small, clear, actionable steps. When a task lacks clarity, your brain sees it as a threat, a giant unknown. It triggers the fight, flight, or freeze response, and often we choose freeze, which looks a lot like procrastination. The solution isn't to force yourself up the mountain, but to break the mountain down into tiny, manageable hills. Define the very next, smallest, clearest action you can take. What's the absolute minimum to get started? This leads us to the power of micro-actions. If writing a book feels impossible, commit to writing one sentence. If cleaning your whole house is too much, commit to cleaning one counter. Clarity disarms overwhelm. It gives your brain a concrete, non-threatening instruction, making it easier to initiate. If you know someone who struggles with overwhelm, consider sharing this video with them. It might just be the clarity they need. The third culprit, perfectionism and fear of failure, the trap of the ideal. Our third hidden culprit is a surprising one, perfectionism, often intertwined with the fear of failure. For many high achievers, the desire for an ideal outcome can be a paralyzing force. If it can't be perfect, why start at all? The fear of not meeting impossibly high standards or of having your imperfect work judged can lead to endless delays. Think of Lisa, a graphic designer. She spent weeks perfecting a logo for a client, tweaking every curve, every shade. But when it came to presenting the final concept, she kept delaying. She'd find one more thing to adjust. She wasn't lazy, she was terrified that her work, no matter how good, wouldn't be perfect enough, or that the client might criticize it. This fear of not meeting an internal, often unrealistic standard kept her from completing the project. The irony is, the pursuit of perfection often leads to no action at all. This isn't about lowering your standards, it's about shifting your focus from a flawless outcome to consistent progress. Confident action isn't about being perfect, it's about being brave enough to be imperfect. It's about understanding that every great creation, every successful venture started with imperfect first steps. The feedback you get from imperfect action is far more valuable than the imagined perfection of inaction. Embrace the mantra, "Done is better than perfect." For your next task, aim for good enough to get it out the door. You can always iterate and improve later. The act of completion builds momentum and confidence in a way that endless striving for perfection never will. If you're a perfectionist, this might be a tough pill to swallow, but it's crucial for breaking free. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The fourth culprit, lack of meaning and reward, the dopamine deficit. Our fourth hidden culprit delves into our brain's reward system, a lack of immediate meaning or reward. Our brains are wired for instant gratification. Tasks that offer an immediate dopamine hit, like scrolling social media, watching a quick video, or eating a sugary snack, are prioritized over tasks with delayed or abstract rewards, like finishing a long report or exercising for long-term health. When a task feels tedious or its reward is far off, our brains naturally gravitate towards something more immediately pleasurable. Imagine John, who knows he should be reviewing his financial statements. It's important for his long-term security. But the process is dry, complex, and the reward, financial stability years from now, feels distant. Compare that to the instant buzz he gets from checking his fantasy football scores or playing a quick video game. His brain chooses the immediate, tangible reward every time. He's not lazy, his brain is simply optimizing for dopamine. The challenge is that important long-term tasks often don't provide that immediate hit. To combat this, we need to either make the important tasks more immediately rewarding or connect them to a stronger, more tangible future reward. This isn't about tricking yourself, but about understanding how your brain works and designing your actions accordingly. It's about bridging the gap between the effort and the reward. Implement reward bundling. Pair a task you're avoiding with something you genuinely enjoy. For example, I will work on this report for 30 minutes and then I get to listen to my favorite podcast. Or for very long-term goals, create many rewards for milestones. Celebrate the small wins, as we discussed earlier, to provide those crucial dopamine hits along the way. If you find this insight helpful, please give this video a like. It helps us know what content resonates most with you. The path to unstoppable consistency. The antidotes, strategies for lasting change. Now that we understand the true enemies, let's arm ourselves with the antidotes. These aren't just tips, they are fundamental shifts in how you approach your tasks and your life, designed to build unstoppable consistency.
Strategy 1. The identity shift. Beyond habits, there's a deeper level, identity. Instead of saying, "I want to stop procrastinating," start saying, "I am a consistent person," or "I am someone who finishes what they start." When your actions align with your identity, consistency becomes effortless. Every small action you take reinforces this new identity, making it easier to act consistently in the future. After completing any small task, even a 2-minute one, tell yourself, "That's what a consistent person does." Reinforce this new identity daily. Strategy 2. The accountability partner, your external motivation boost. Sometimes our internal motivation isn't enough. That's where external accountability comes in. Find a trusted friend, colleague, or mentor and share your goals with them. Set up regular check-ins. Knowing someone else is expecting an update can be a powerful motivator, especially on days when your willpower is low. It adds a layer of social pressure, but in a supportive way. Find one person you trust. Share a small, specific goal with them for the next week and ask them to check in with you. The simple act of vocalizing your intention can be incredibly powerful. Strategy 3. The future self connection, bridging the time gap. Procrastination often happens because our present self prioritizes immediate comfort over the long-term benefits for our future self. To overcome this, build a stronger connection with your future self. Visualize the person you want to become. What does consistent action enable them to achieve? How do they feel? Before starting a task you're avoiding, take 30 seconds to visualize your future self, having successfully completed that task. Feel the sense of accomplishment, the relief, the pride. Let that feeling pull you forward. If these strategies resonate with you, consider sharing this video with a friend who might also benefit from these insights. It's a powerful way to help others on their journey to limitless flow. Conclusion: your limitless flow awaits. The journey from the heavy burden of procrastination to the effortless rhythm of consistency is not about being lazy or not good enough. It's about understanding the intricate workings of your mind and implementing strategies that work with your brain, not against it. By recognizing procrastination for what it truly is, an emotional regulation strategy, a response to overwhelm, a byproduct of perfectionism, or a craving for immediate reward, you gain the power to disarm it. And by embracing these powerful antidotes, you are not just fighting a bad habit, you are building an identity as a consistent, unstoppable force. Your path to limitless flow begins now, one consistent, intentional step at a time. If this video resonated with you, if it offered you a new perspective on your struggles, please hit that like button right now. It truly helps us reach more people who need this message. Share this video with anyone you know who struggles with procrastination. And most importantly, subscribe to Limitless Mind Flow and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our weekly insights into mental mastery and personal transformation. To continue building your unstoppable momentum, dive into our next video for even more transformative strategies. The power is within you. Let's unlock it together.